All right, guys, we're back, and today we're actually going to be doing a tier list on future and upcoming characters that will be coming out eventually, and some fun ideas that I think that would be cool for certain characters that already have a character. So, without a little bit of a spoiler warning for some characters, just so you know. So, if you're not caught up with the manga, there are going to be some characters in here. I haven't gone too far into the manga, just a little bit past the Shibuya arc. So, just a little bit past what the anime's done, but nothing too major. Just, I guess, one. So yeah, if you haven't um been caught up with the manga and you don't want to spoil yourself for the anime, probably click off now. But if you don't mind or you've watched it, let's get into it. Now, I'm going to be categorizing the tier list into three: most hyped, for me anyway, hype, and then characters that are going to come out that will be strong, but I don't think they'll be hyped. Now, we'll start off with Jogo. For me, I want a strong Jogo in this game. I want Shibuya arc Jogo. I want either his um you know ultimate ability to either be like a maximum media like he does in the anime, or a the fire battle he does with Sukuna. But I do want a strong Joker, and I really hope they could even get it when he grabs the buildings, like in this photo when he grabs the buildings and he slams them to Sukuna, like that could be a part of it. I really hope that they get a strong Joker out there. Like, not to say the one that we have now isn't strong, but we need a stronger one. And I definitely feel like we are lacking when it comes to Joker. He's definitely the weakest out of the actually not weakest, but he's probably the unit out of all the cursed, the special grade curses. To like, I personally don't have him on my account. I'd skip him. I'm actually saving my Phantom medals for this next character that we'll talk about, which is Dagon. Now, um, Dagon is, I'm sure, will be the next character in the Phantom um medal store. He'll be yellow typing, since Jogo's blue, Hanami's red, and um, Mahito's green. So I'm sure he'll come out and he'll be yellow, and I hope he will be the best out of all of them since he'll be the newer character. So I hope he has his domain expansion. Um, yeah, I'll be very interested to see what they do with him because I'm sure he will be the next character going off the Shibuya arc, since the Shibuya arc is slowly releasing it on the JP version and Global's almost caught up. So hopefully Dagon comes out soon, and we get a cool version of that character. And then another Phantom Seal. So that's who I'm saving my coins for right now. Um, and yeah, now I've put Ghetto here. Um, I'm gonna actually just put him in hype. He's not most hyped for me, but he's still hype. And the reason I'm putting this Ghetto in is because I want this Curse Spirit as one of his abilities. We already have obviously Teen Ghetto, but we haven't had one where this spirit is used. It was very broken in the show, and or realistically almost got Toji. If Toji didn't have his weapon that negates all curse techniques, he wouldn't have. Toji would have lost. So there's that. That character is very strong. So I'm hoping they do something with this Ghetto. Um, and yeah, start, I guess, just making more ghettos. I want another a stronger ghetto. I love Ghetto as a character, so I would really love for this ghetto to come out. And like I said, like, the upcoming characters will be cool, which is what I'm most excited for. And I'm actually hoping a lot of new characters come out with a different what's the word? Different, like, mechanics, like how Yuji what's it called? Yellow Yuji. He can attack twice after he ults. I want more mechanics similar to that. And in one way, my most hyped character actually before every even Jogo is Mahoraga Megumi. I hope there is a mechanic where Megumi his ultimate takes a long time to build up. Um and then when he ults, he pretty much dies by Mahoraga. and then Maharaga's got like a limited turn value to kill whoever is there. So I really hope there's a cool little new mechanic in the game with when it comes to this Megami. I hope you know, they make it really, really fun. I hope they don't just make it where he just spawns it and it's not as cool. I really hope it, like, it kills your character and you only have 3 turns to beat the boss. I feel like that would be such a cool way to use Maharaga. So that's my opinion on that. I'm also hyped for um the transformed Mahito. Um, I hope they add some cool transformation. Maybe he could start off in this transformation or turn into this transformation, which would be cool. I hope one of his abilities is that really, really cool Black Flash he did in season 2 in the Shibuya arc. I really hope that's one of his abilities. And I hope they use the same voice line that they do in the anime because it was so good. Um, so yeah, that's another cool character that I'm really excited for. As you can tell, I really like the cursed spirits, so I hope they make a real cool one for Mahito. I'm not sure if he would be classified as another Phantom Seal, but Phantom Metal, sorry, but I don't think he would. I think he'd release like separately, so that would be a cool thing. Um, then I have Chozo. I'm gonna put him in hype. I don't think he will I think he will be hyped. I just don't think he'll be on the level as any of these. I think he'll be similar. I think he'll be more than the Ghetto since we already have a Ghetto. But um, yeah, I feel like a Chozo character. Um, you know, however, whatever one they do, probably they'll make it based around the fight with Yuji in the Shibuya train station. Um, Probably do some stuff where he gets a hardened punch or something like that. I really think that Chozo will be hyped. I just don't think it'll be as hyped. I think the Maharaga Megami will probably be the most hyped character coming up next, probably next to one of the other characters down here, which I'll talk about. Then I'm gonna put Yuki in hype. I think she'll be above Geto, lower than Chozo. I think she'll get a lot of hype with her abilities. If you know her from the manga, she is an animal. She's so strong. She's also strong in the show too. Obviously because she's a special grade sorcerer. So of course, she has black hole manipulation and stuff like that. But she will be a cool character. I just don't think she'll be on this level. So yeah, I'm gonna put Urihime next. I think she's not gonna be hyped, but I think she will be very, very strong. I think she's gonna be a crazy buffer. I think she's gonna absolutely go crazy with the nukas. Because if you know her abilities in the show, and in the manga, she can buff characters in the manga. So I hope they make her character when she releases an insane buffing type character, which I think she will. I think she will be the best buffer once she releases. I really, really believe so. So yeah, I feel like that will happen very, very soon. But I hope they make her one of the best buffers in the game. Another character who I think will be strong, just won't be as hyped, will be Urame. Um, obviously, she'll have a lot of ice abilities. I don't think she will be um, hyped, but I do feel she'll be strong. I think she'll be like a support slash damage, similar to like a Hanami or a similar to like a Domain Expansion Gojo, where they do damage, but they're more of a support slash debuffer. I think she'll be a debuffer. Um, so yeah, I think she'll be strong, but I definitely feel like Yurihime will be very, very strong. Next hyped character, I actually have Toji from the Shibuya arc. I feel like this character is gonna go crazy. Um, I'm not sure how they'll work it. I hope they add a mechanic for him too, but I feel like this character here will be very, very hyped. It's a Toji. I love Toji. I liked him when his character released on the game. I went all in on him on JJK. At the Parade, I went all in when it um, came out on global. So I hope they make a global version, a new version of Toji, where he's brought back from the Grandma Sorcerer. And I hope this character, maybe they add a new mechanic where he also ends up killing himself, similar to like how Gojo leaves. He, ends up pretty much like he does in the anime, killing himself. So I think hopefully this Toji comes out and he will be strong. I'm also going to put Kinjaku here. I think he will be hype. I can almost guarantee you if he does release his ultimate will be the prison realm. I can almost guarantee. Um, yeah, I feel like there'll be a lot of new mechanics when it comes to his character. If it's not that, it'll probably be the curse spirit he releases when um when he fights Mei Mei, and it puts him in that domain expansion where it's like a rock paper scissors or something like that, and yeah, it puts you in a coffin. So I think he'll be hyped, but I'm hoping it'll be a prison realm as his ultimate, but you never know. But I really feel like it would be such a cool aspect to play with as one of his ults. Then I have the domain expansion Gojo from the what's it called uh, Shibuya Station when he fought Jogo and what's his name, Hanami, and eventually Mahito came in. So I feel like this Gojo, I really want it to be a lot of hands. Um, I want him to still have Limitless, Infinity, sorry. But I want most of his abilities to be like punches and stuff like that because in that fight he was doing a lot of fighting since Hanami and Jogo were doing a lot of uh they were doing the domain amplification on him, and he had to end up just fighting them with his hands since there were so many people in the crowd. So, and then maybe his ultimate could be a point two domain expansion, which will make it them stun for one round, whatever it is. I'm not too sure, but I feel like that would be such a cool aspect playing with that point two. I am putting him in hype though, because we already have so many Gojos. I feel like this one is not gonna be like. I mean, it's a Gojo. It'll always be popular. Just for me personally, I don't feel I'll be as hyped for this one unless he's got such a crazy mechanic that is new and fresh that I would probably put him here above Toji. But yeah, right now I don't. It's another Gojo. I love Gojo, of course, but I really hope they add a mechanic to his skill. Next we have Fuga Sukuna Fire Arrow Sukuna. I'm gonna put him above Toji. I feel like this character is gonna be crazy hype. They could either do two things. They could either make it he his ult do the domain expansion um into the fire domain expansion that he did, or his ult being just the fire arrow, which I think it'll just his ult being the fire arrow. It'll probably be either a nuke or a single target. Um, but yeah, I feel like this Sukuna will be so hype. It's Sukuna, so yeah, I feel like he'll definitely crash all the servers on global NJP when he releases because it's just hype. How can you not get hype? Now, save the two characters that aren't actually in the anime yet to last, but they are coming up very, very soon. Again, so if you haven't caught up with the manga, um, probably, probably click away. But if you have, or if you haven't and you want to know what these characters do, um, I'm actually going to put Hakari in second most hyped, even above Sukuna. Now, this character, Hakari, has gained so much traction on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. Everyone was talking about him. I loved his character when he came out. It's just the cool functionality of his abilities. He's a fighter with a domain expansion that allows him to keep on fighting, which I think is such a cool character. His domain expansion, if you didn't know, is called Idle Death Gamble, and you pretty much uh, it's like a casino. If you get seven on the slots three times in a row, he becomes invincible, pretty much invincible. He has unlimited reverse curse techniques, so he's constantly healing. So I feel like they can do such a cool thing with this character, where you get a lot of domain. Your ultimate comes up all the time. The chances of you hitting your jackpot is, RNG. Um, and then if you hit it, you're pretty much a demon. You'll never die. You can just keep healing, 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 and keep on fighting. So I think that would be such a cool character. Um, then I'm gonna actually put Maki here. It's the awakened Maki after pretty much the new Toji. I just don't think she's gonna be as popular as any of these characters. I actually might put Dagon there. I'm actually gonna change it. I might put Dagon here. Yeah, this schedule will be more hype than that Dagon, but yeah, I definitely feel like Dagon will be more hype than the rest of these. So yeah, again, Maki's cool. She's strong. She's strong in anime. She does some crazy things in the in the manga. Sorry, where I mean, if you're still watching, you don't care about spoilers. So she obviously slaughters the whole Zenin clan, which is very, very cool. She is hype. I just don't think she'll be as hype as the rest of my list. But yeah, guys, if you have any other characters you guys think might be most hype or will be strong that you could put into this list, I just grabbed these characters that I thought were relevant. There's a few more characters that 100% will come out, like the bald guy that fights Megumi um and Yuji. But yeah, I just feel like these characters are probably the ones to be talking about. I definitely feel like um Mahoraga Megumi will be a cool character if they change the mechanics and make the mechanics crazy on him. Make it different. I really hope it's where maybe Megumi dies and he gets hit and then he dies and then Mahoraga spawns. I don't know. I feel like it would be just such a cool thing to do. Um, so yeah, I feel like I'm pretty happy with this tier list. If you guys have any thoughts or you guys would change anything, please leave a comment. I'd love to see your opinions. Um, Again, like and subscribe if you want more content from me. And yeah, guys, see you in the next one.